The office of an apostle. This is another foundational role in Christianity, carrying significant weight and authority, particularly in the early church. The term apostle comes from the Greek word apostolos, meaning one who is sent out, or messenger. In the New Testament, the title primarily refers to two groups. 1. The 12 apostles of Jesus. These were Jesus' closest disciples, personally chosen by him to be his intimate companions and primary representatives. Key characteristics and roles of the 12 include eyewitnesses of Jesus' ministry and resurrection. A crucial qualification was having been with Jesus from the beginning of his public ministry through to his resurrection, Acts chapter 1, verses 21 to 22. This first-hand experience gave their testimony unique authority. Direct commissioning by Jesus. They were specifically chosen and appointed by Jesus for their role, Mark chapter 3, verses 14 to 15, Luke chapter 6, verse 13. Authority and power. Jesus granted them authority to teach, preach, heal, and cast out demons. Matthew chapter 10, verse 1, Mark chapter 6, verses 7 to 13. They were to be his ambassadors, speaking and acting on his behalf. Foundational role. The apostles played a vital role in establishing the early church. Their teachings and actions, guided by the Holy Spirit, laid the groundwork for Christian doctrine and practice. Ephesians chapter 2, verse 20. Unique signs and wonders. God often confirmed their message with signs and wonders. Acts chapter 2, verse 43, 2 Corinthians chapter 12, verse 12. The names of the original 12 apostles are Peter, Andrew, James, son of Zebedee, John, Philip, Bartholomew, Thomas, Matthew, James, son of Alphaeus, Thaddeus, also known as Jude, Simon the Zealot, and Judas Iscariot, who was later replaced by Matthias. 2. Other apostles in the New Testament beyond the 12. The New Testament also refers to others as apostles, though their role might have differed slightly. Paul, arguably the most prominent of these other apostles. Paul had a direct encounter with the resurrected Christ and was specifically called by Jesus to be an apostle to the Gentiles. Acts chapter 9, verses 1 to 19, Galatians chapter 1, verse 1. His ministry was characterized by extensive travel, church planting, and the writing of many of the New Testament epistles. His apostleship was recognized and affirmed by the original apostles, Galatians chapter 2, verse 9. Barnabas. He worked closely with Paul and is also referred to as an apostle, Acts chapter 14, verse 14. James, the brother of Jesus. He became a leader in the Jerusalem church and is called an apostle, Galatians chapter 1, verse 19. Andronicus and Junia. They are mentioned in Romans chapter 16, verse 7 as being outstanding among the apostles. Junia is a notable example of a female referred to as an apostle. Apollos. He was a powerful speaker and teacher who worked alongside Paul and is sometimes considered an apostle. 1 Corinthians chapter 4, verses 6 to 9. Key aspects of the broader office of apostle might include being sent with a specific mission. The core meaning of apostle implies being commissioned and sent out to advance the gospel. Pioneering work. Apostles often went to new territories, planted churches, and established Christian communities. Authority in establishing doctrine and practice. Their teachings carried significant weight in shaping the early church. Spiritual fatherhood/leadership. Apostles often provided oversight and guidance to the churches they founded. The ongoing debate. There is ongoing discussion within Christianity about whether the specific office of apostle, in the same way it functioned in the early church with the unique qualifications of seeing the resurrected Christ and being directly commissioned by him, continues today. Some believe that while the foundational apostles were unique, God continues to raise up individuals with an apostolic gifting or apostolic ministry who have a strong calling to pioneer new works, provide leadership across churches, and establish kingdom principles. Others believe that the office of apostle, in its original sense, was foundational and unique to the early church, and that the primary authority for the church today rests in the inspired scriptures. They might see those with similar pioneering and leadership gifts functioning in other capacities within the church, e.g., church planters, missionaries, senior pastors with a regional influence. Regardless of the varying perspectives, the office of apostle in the early church was undeniably crucial for the spread of Christianity and the establishment of its foundational structures and beliefs. The impact of the apostles, both the 12 and others like Paul, continues to shape the Christian faith to this day through their teachings and the legacy they left behind. What are your thoughts on the continuation of the office of apostle today? Or perhaps you'd like to explore the specific roles of some of the individual apostles mentioned in the Bible.